Unleash the Lawyer is joining me. Dwane Cates out of Phoenix, Danny Savalas out of New York. All right, Savalas, why shouldn't mommy go to jail for the rest of her life? She knew this was happening.
Well, first of all, Nancy, I know the first thing you're going to want to do is play that video on an IMAX screen in front of the jury 5 or 6 times. And we're going to move as defense attorneys to keep that out because as offensive as it is, all right, I'll get to that. I'll answer your question then. So as you know from prosecuting these cases, there are many situations where parents themselves may be victims as well. And mothers are often abused spouses and unable to affect the kind of change that a jury might conclude holds them liable. And you know that from prosecuting these cases,
Okay,
Nancy.
first of all, let's just get this straight. Don't tell me what I know, because what I know is this mother needs to go to jail for 20 to life. Now, you're claiming mommy is too weak and abused to stand up for herself or her child, so she lets the child be sexually abused by her live-in, the stepfather. But let me remind you, Mr. Savalas, that the topic of the Maury Povich show was, I love my fiance and my ex, who's my baby's daddy. All right, that's the mother talking, not judging. I don't care who she sleeps with. But what I do care about is she let her child be molested and she knew about it. Now, hold on. Let's take a look at the shrinking violet you're talking about, Savalas. Roll it, Liz, please.
We're going to find out right now.
I am sorry, David. I'm sorry.
For over a year. When it comes to 4-month-old, you are not the father.
No, she's not afraid. Well, okay, look at this. She's just sitting there loving it, basking in the attention that these two guys are fighting basically over her. Everybody, that's video from NBC Universal's Maury off YouTube. The child at the center of this paternity controversy, not the little 5-year-old girl. Now, the other man not linked to this abuse case, I guess that is the ex. Michael Christian, could you cut that off, please? Michael Christian, let's get it straight. The fiance is the man accused of molesting the child, right?
That's correct, Nancy. His name is David Anthony Williams.
All right, so that's the fiance, the stepdaddy, so to speak. That's loosely applied. The live-in. Okay, that is David Anthony Williams. So the ex is not part of this. All right, good to know. Unleash your lawyers, Dwane Cates and Danny Savalas. So Dwane Cates, she was sitting there loving the attention, loving that these two guys are fighting over this infant. This is the sex abuse sibling, the little 5-year-old's little sibling. Now, all this attack, the sex attack was happening at the time of this show, Dwane.
It was, Nancy, but just because you're an idiot doesn't mean that you're a molester. I mean, just because she's on this show doesn't prove that she knew her daughter was being molested. Now, it may have been mentioned that she had, the daughter may have said something, but we have no idea the context of what it was said or how it was said. So you can't put it all on her. Again, she's an idiot for being on the show, but that doesn't mean that she's...
I'm not putting it on her. I'm not putting it on her. But when Savalas says that she is an abused woman and she's afraid, she didn't look afraid to me. You got to agree to go on the Maury Povich show and tell your story. She obviously was not concerned. These two guys were fighting over her. Oh, she did not look like a shrinking violet to me.
People don't put on public faces that are different than their private faces, Nancy. You know that. And I will tell you what you know because you know that too.
Back to you, Dwane Cates. The issue is not whether she's on Maury Povich or not. The issue is that the girl told her, the little 5-year-old girl told mommy that her live-in was molesting her, and mommy let it happen, Dwane Cates. Now, how does she get out of being an accessory to the crime?
Well, the thing is that the Maury Povich show, you're right, has absolutely nothing to do with this. And the way she gets out of the crime is did she know her daughter was being molested? Okay, did she have credible evidence? You know, what was the context that she was told that her daughter was being molested? Did she witness it? I mean, we don't have any facts
hold
at
on.
this at all.
Let's go to Sheriff Amerson.
None at all.
Sheriff Larry Amerson joining me, the Calhoun County elected sheriff. Sheriff, our research shows that she told several relatives about it, that she had told Mommy over and over and over, and that's how the case got brought to light. These two appear on the Maury Povich show, and the relatives then come forward and repeat what this little girl is telling them. Is that how it all cracked wide open?
It started with a domestic violence incident between Williams and Brittany Day, and during that situation, they were fighting over a child, physically fighting, tugging on the child. They were both arrested. While the child was placed in a safety plan by the Department of Human Resources is when the disclosure came that there was an allegation of sexual abuse, and that's how we got into the scene. And in that investigation, again, the evidence we have shows that the mother was informed, clearly informed about what was going on with her child, and chose to not reveal it to anyone.